The brain likes to take shortcuts because contemplation, working the brain, challenging your own perspective and understanding, quite literally burns calories, meaning it wastes your energy reserve. It makes sense to me that this is why we love to and are drawn to jumping to conclusions, picking sides, creating neat labels and categories and boxes to place people and situations and ideas in, because the delusion of certainty allows for the false comfort of already knowing, aka not having to do any further work. I think we take for granted how much of the information we take in is a result of mental shortcuts. In other words, how much of the information we take in is subjective. Subjective meaning personal perspective, not objective, not verifiably provable. We worship experts because it makes us feel safe, because it allows us or gives us a permission slip to fall into the delusion of certainty. But in all reality, even the experts are including a lot of mental shortcuts and subjective perspectives into their work. And it's not like they're being deceitful about it. It's pretty clear when you read something which part is objective observation and information and which part is subjective interpretation. But it's also not like they're stopping people, their fan club, from parroting their subjective perspective as if it is an ultimate truth. For example, within this article, the objective information has to do with the fact that this guy had a near-death experience and he had what he considers to be spiritual experiences, but that he does not have on record the time frames of like when he was actually in like near death or anything like that. That is the objective information. The resulting subjective perspectives are that the experiencer of the NDE had an experience which can be taken at value for proof of something. That's that subjective interpretation. And the other one is that the writer of the article is invalidating the experience of the NDE experiencer because there's not enough evidence. And the reality of the situation is there's so many more possibilities on a spectrum of the experiencer's experience and what that could mean and how much of that is true or false or however you want to frame it. Like, the reality of the situation is that these two subjective perspectives are mental shortcuts. It's obviously not feasible to question things all the time from every angle, but I do think it's worthwhile to keep in mind the human need to oversimplify things and be able to pick out objective versus subjective and be okay with the fact that truth is not a destination, it is an ever expanding, changing, growing journey.